Lux your way with the Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. There's the classic $5 box, the indulgent $7 box, and a whole new obsession in the $9 box, the flaming hot grilled cheese burrito. Try the Lux Cravings boxes at Taco Bell today.
How's your day going?
Going good, thank you, yes.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
Really, guys?
What? Jackson's always has his game ready.
Let's go!
It's the all-wheel drive event at Lithia Ford of Boise. From hunting trips to ski trips to trips to Grandma's house. Nobody does AWD like LFB, Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
Welcome to the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show from Bronco Nation News. Game time is approaching, and we're getting you ready with the latest pregame news, interviews, analysis, and more from BNN. BNN broadcasts come from the Sun Cruiser Studios. Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, made with real iced tea and real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth and easy to drink. Crack open a Sun Cruiser and let the good times cruise. Have a pregame score prediction or comment? Let us know in the ICCU YouTube chat or leave us a message on the Signature Roofing voice box at speakpipe.com/BNN. The BNN pregame show is presented by Lithia Ford of Boise. Lithia Ford of Boise is a proud sponsor of Boise State Athletics and proud to support our student athletes through exciting NIL partnerships. From the blue turf to wherever life takes you, Lithia Ford of Boise is here to get you there. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho. The title sponsor of Bronco Nation News is rowpaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. For all your painting needs, check out rowpaint.com. Broadcasting from the Sun Cruiser Studios, here's BJ Rains with the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show on Bronco Nation News.
Well, good evening, Bronco Nation, and welcome to ExtraMile Arena here in downtown Boise, the campus of Boise State University, for one of the biggest games of the night in the Mountain West, one of the biggest games in college basketball tonight, as the New Mexico Lobos face off against the Boise State Broncos. How we doing, folks? My name is BJ Rains. We tried a new angle here. We got the court behind us, and we got Jeff Grammer.
I blame the angle for looking 4'3" tonight.
Well, it's funny because the guy after you is our man Abe Jackson, who's like 6'8". So
nice.
This is usually how
I'm sitting down, folks.
I'm usually the small one when I have to be here, so I'll angle it down a little bit. But we are live here at ExtraMile Arena. getting you set for Boise State and New Mexico. And Jeff, one of the best in the business, covering the Mountain West, covering New Mexico. How many years now?
14 maybe? Yeah, 13?
13.
13, 14? Yeah, 13 I think.
Wow.
13 or 14.
Well, you're one of the best in the business, man, and appreciate you. Had a good lunch today?
We did,
Idaho
yes.
Pizza Company?
Yes. So I think I got a text message right after you posted that and said, I thought you and BJ were fighting. And I'm like, yeah, I still hate that guy. So
I said no asterisk needed on the no, it's all in good fun, man. Always get a chance to catch up with you, and hopefully can do the same in a couple weeks down in Albuquerque. But we're here. We're getting set. We're about an hour and 5 minutes away. We're going to have Jeff on for a few minutes. Abe Jackson is going to join us. Johnny Ballgame, maybe Jay Tuss. We got all kinds of guests tonight. So you can see the court behind us. The players warming up. And like I said, trying a new angle tonight for the show. We got some new graphics. We got the logos. We're trying to step it up here. We got a beverage sponsor now. We're in the Sun Cruiser Studios, Jeff. So
well, you already announced who the officiating crew is, so we can have a lot of drink tonight.
Yes.
Plenty of drink opportunities.
9 p.m. start. We're starting off with the rock star tonight. But what do you make of this matchup, man? Big game. New Mexico's playing really well. Boise State coming off a loss to Nevada, had the 10 days off. And by the way, if we're too loud, too muffled, whatever, just let us know and I'll adjust the audio here. But what do you make of this matchup?
I think it's sort of look, all matchups right as league play starts are kind of okay, what are these teams really about anyway? But I think in this case, that's really all I can explain about this because Eric Olin's team, still new, right? Still one of only 3 teams in the country that have an entirely new roster and entirely new coaching staff. So we're still trying to figure out how real they are because they've looked really good at times. They've also looked pretty mediocre against some bad teams that they've beaten. So we're still trying to figure out how real they are. And then Boise State's a team that well documented on your show and here in Boise, but they have some bad losses. The Nevada one being the most recent in my mind. I don't think 15 points is what I would have expected from that night.
No.
But they also have two of the best 4 probably wins of the entire non-conference for the Mountain West.
The worst loss and 2 of the best wins.
Yeah. So that's their profile, right? So I think we're still in a kind of wait and see exactly what these teams are. I think both of these teams are going to be in contention for the top 4 spots, right? This is a 12-team league now, so you need 4 teams that get the bye in the Mountain West tournament. It's not 5 anymore. It's now 4. Because of that, I would say that both of these teams are in that mix, along with San Diego State, Utah State, Grand Canyon, Nevada, Colorado State. There's probably about 6 or 7 teams, I would say, are in that mix for the top 4 spots, and these 2 teams are certainly 2 of them.
By the way, I think they're saying the audio sounds good. I'm noticing the autofocus on my webcam. Maybe we're in a little shaky platform here, so whenever it shakes, we might be a little shaky on the autofocus.
I see that, yeah.
I know for both of us, it's really imperative that we're in crystal clear focus for all of the viewers out there. But
I usually don't do shows unless I know it's going to be high quality.
So, like I said, trying something new tonight, doing the best we can. If it's a little jittery or bumpy or fuzzy, apologize for that. But tell us about this New Mexico squad because no returning players, no returning coaches. The SID Steve is one of the only guys around the program that was here last year. So all these great battles, there's been some great battles over the years. Boise State and New Mexico, and in particular, I mean, last year when Richard Patino was here, he was getting into it with our friend Travis Hawks behind the bench, and Donovan Dent had a fan ejected in the front row, and there's just been some great games at both places back and forth, but no familiar faces for Boise State fans other than Dayton Albury, who was on Utah State's roster, but a completely new team, and here they are sitting at 10-2.
They're sitting at 10-2, and they are a little bit still of an unknown because I don't think that they're firing on all cylinders offensively. They are a team that still would prefer to shoot more threes than they have been. I think they're ranked top 70 or 80 in the country right now in three-point attempts, but I think they would like to do more. They're a team, they're one of the only 2 or 3 teams in the country that have 3 freshmen averaging 10 points or more. One of their freshmen is a 23-year-old former 3-year professional in the Croatian League, Tomislav Buljan, and he will be playing tonight. He had a hamstring injury and missed the Mountain West opener against San Jose State. But he is a 23-year-old freshman, fantastic rebounder. Outside of him, they don't have any great rebounders. They rebound by committee. They get a lot of rebounds out of their guards. That's what they're going to have to do tonight. They are at their best, though, when they have 2 small guards, Dayton Albury, and 5'11", Uriah Tenet, who's a freshman, listed as 5'11". I think he's 5'10". Guy flies out of the gym. He won their dunk contest. He's exciting to watch. When those 2 small guards are creating ball pressure defensively, and when they're penetrating offensively, that's when these Lobos are at their best. Another freshman, Jay Caldwell, mentioned real quick, their leading scorer, fantastic shooter, used to be a professional surfer in San Diego. So,
well, we don't have you for a ton of time because you got a show to do and we got stuff to do. But what you mentioned a little bit there, but I know they're really good defensively at packing the paint. They're willing to give up a lot of threes, and Boise State is kind of Jekyll and Hyde from the outside. So I told somebody today, if Boise State's hitting their threes, they might win by 15. If they're not, and they go 5 of 26 or whatever, they're going to lose.
That's about right.
What do you? What style do you expect tonight, and what should Boise State fans know offensively and defensively about how this New Mexico team plays?
I would say defensively, it isn't the exact same as what Utah State does, but it's a little bit of a matchup zone kind of defense that is kind of predicated on confusing the other team, right? Making them think, making them just hesitate for a second before they make their usual pass. A lot of those hesitations, fans get frustrated by it, but what you see a lot against the Lobos is those kind of extra step kind of travels and a lot of turnovers because of a mistake where you could tell the opposing team was having to think, and they're not used to thinking, they're used to reacting, right? So they do some things to try and confuse you. Offensively, they are a 5-out, try and spread it out and try and get three-pointers, try and find the open guy. There's always going to be an open shooter in this offense. They just have to find him, and that's what they're predicated on. If they can find the open shooter, they're usually pretty good. If they can't, they struggle.
And now they're 10-2. Have a nice win over VCU. A couple nice wins.
True road win over VCU. Blowout of Santa Clara was really another one of their feathers in the cap.
But is this one of their tougher games of the season?
100%. Absolutely. Like, I would be surprised if they come in here tonight and win. VCU is probably their toughest true road win. They're a little bit more of an underdog. But I think that's more of because Boise State's coming off a loss kind of thing. So,
yeah. Well, any final thoughts for Bronco Nation, man?
Yeah, man.
There's no asterisk, man. We're on good terms.
I don't see any construction in here either. I don't know what the attendance is going to be tonight, but I will report it.
I did think I was having fun with it, but I did
Absolutely.
think I did kind of mean, not that you were doing it intentionally, but I do kind of stand by what I said. I think percentage of capacity increase or defense.
So the thing about that was I think there was a good point on both sides. Is that I posted a list that I didn't mean anything by.
I know.
There was a point that I could have added this, and everybody was right on that too.
Yeah.
And then we just had fun.
But regardless, New Mexico had a heck of a football season. Heck of an increase in crowd, and we know you're all about playing to your base.
You got to play to the base. You got to play to the base. That's what it's all about. Appreciate you, BJ.
Thank you, man. Good luck on your show.
Thanks, guys.
And you're involved in our Another Night in the Mountain West show as well with Tom Moser, so you'll be continuing to make some random appearances on there.
What's the next one? Saturday, maybe.
Yeah. And we shouldn't say it on this show, but if New Mexico were to win tonight, you might help facilitate a New Mexico player or coach coming on that show tonight.
Be someone coming on. So
yeah. So appreciate you
guys. Thank you guys.
Hey, hold on 1 second here. We're gonna take a 15-second timeout. Lithia Ford Boise pregame show. Abe Jackson in 15 seconds.
It's the all-wheel drive event at Lithia Ford of Boise. From hunting trips to ski trips to trips to Grandma's house. Nobody does AWD like LFB. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
We're back live here at ExtraMile Arena. I'm going to have to raise the camera up here for our next guest. I'm not even sure if this is tall enough yet. Abe, we may need you to sit down or something, and I'll stand. I always now I know how what it feels like here to. I'm going to bring a phone booth next time.
All right.
You can stand up. I'm kidding.
No, that was hooked on a little bit.
All right. How we doing, Abe?
Things are good.
Gosh, you were tall, man.
I know. Always
According
been.
to the folks in the Cayman Islands, you're about 7'2", right? What was that?
I forget what that was, but somebody was like, I thought you 7'2". It's like, you've been around a lot of tall people.
We're having dinner in the Cayman Islands, and it was like you were a world celebrity or something. Folks were at the next table were betting on how tall you were, and then you're like, I'm only 6. You feel tall. I feel like I'm about 6 foot. You're taller than.
I hear you. I am.
You've got to be pushing 6'10" or something.
I am probably in the top 97 percentile.
There's no way you're only 6-7 inches taller than me, though.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to do this on my tippy toes here. This is ridiculous.
All right.
I might raise this up as we're talking. But, Abe, tell us about 10-day break, man. Did you have a nice Christmas and break? And what do you, as a basketball player, what's it like taking a 10-day break?
Well, you get that little reprieve from just the grind of a basketball season. And basketball seasons are so long with the practices and then the games and a lot of travel as well mixed in. So to get some time away, whether it's a couple days or maybe it's 4 or 5 days, and to just kind of get your mind away from basketball, it can do you good. And a lot of guys get to go home during this time that they don't get to see their family a lot. not even just during basketball season, but during, these 4 years or, 1 year that you're at Boise State. But, yeah, it's good. It helps, I think. It helps the mindset quite a bit.
Yeah, Jeff is probably 5'3", and you're 6. Somebody said Jeff to Abe is going from one spectrum to the other. This might be a record for height difference, but it is just weird, man. 10-day break in the middle of the season, and that loss certainly not the way you want to go into the break.
It was bad, and this Bronco team needs to find a way to stay consistent. And I'm not saying you need to come out and put together 8. If a 10's the highest, you don't need to come out and get 8 and 9s every single game. But I feel like this team gives you like a 9 or a 10, and then they give you like a 3 or a 4. You need to hang around that 7 to 8. And if you have a good night, maybe you're a 9. If you have a bad night, it's only a 6. But there's something about this team where they're giving you these huge performances, and then all of a sudden they just play like nothing that you've seen and shoot free throws like nothing that you've seen and guard like you haven't seen. So it was a little bit of a head scratcher at Nevada because I don't think Nevada's going to be, in the top 4 and get a bye for the Mountain West tournament. But, the Broncos have another chance against a team that could be up there, but a lot of question marks for New Mexico too.
I tend to believe, they laid an egg clearly, but I tend to look at it, and tonight will tell us a lot, but I think that's going to be more the outlier than some of the wins they've had.
Oh, I think so too. I think so too, but it's just, for me, there's just such a discrepancy between this team. It's not like you don't play well and it's, you're still playing kind of good. You got the first game, Hawaii Pacific, and then you go to Butler and have a great win, and then you have a great win against St. Mary's, and then you lay an egg at Nevada. It just seems so up and down that finding a little bit of consistency so when your off nights are there, they aren't these just crazy off nights where everything goes bad.
Abe Jackson, our guest. You'll hear him and Bob Beeler coming up in 19 minutes over on 670 KBOI. Abe, how many years is this now? 18th year. 18. One of the greatest shooters in Boise State history, one of the greatest color analysts in Boise State history. Kind enough to join us here. And Abe, it's been kind of weird with football games, and I had a wedding, but I should be at every home and road game the rest of the season. So we should be locked and loaded for these pre- and post-game shows, and I'm looking forward to it. And as you said, a big opportunity here because 3 of the next 4 are at home. And I know you obviously don't want to start 0-2 because you have to go to San Diego on Saturday. Yes. That puts more importance on this. But you do have Grand Canyon and Utah State at home the following week. And then there's some winnable games on the schedule after that. There really is a scenario where they could win, 5 of the next 6 out of the next 7 if they can start to play better. And we're going to be looking up here in 3 weeks, hopefully, and this thing looks a lot different. And it will. I think it will. It'll all even out. But what a tough start to the schedule, right? At Nevada, and then you got New Mexico at home, which – they're just a great program. You can kind of plug and play the players. They have the administration and the community support. They have the culture already built in there at New Mexico, kind of like Utah State does. Then you go to the team that's picked to win the conference, and then you got to play the team that was picked second, Utah State, and then you got to play the team that was picked, 4th in Grand Canyon? Yeah.
You are just going through the gauntlet to start this Mountain West season. But like you said, 3 weeks, 4 weeks from now, once you're 8, 9, 10 games into the conference season, it'll kind of start to even out a little bit. But what a tough start.
Yeah, the B-Spains has got to love what the Mountain West did to us this year. Tough stretch, but it is what it is. With once they added Grand Canyon into the league, that redid the whole schedule. You don't get the whole home and home now. You don't go to Air Force. Fresno doesn't come here. Those would probably be 2 wins, but also for strength of schedule and everything else, you'd probably rather play the tougher opponents. But certainly a tough start. Speaking of starts, the start time tonight, 9 p.m., Abe.
It's going to be. I'm thinking that it's probably going to get pushed. You're the last game of the day.
It's 9:10.
Is it 9:10?
And I guess it could go to 9:15, but it is 9:10. I don't want to say that kind of quiet to folks, but it is supposed to be 9:10.
15 minutes is the max.
I don't know if you ever had any 9 p.m. start times in your career, but I talked to you on the phone earlier today and was kind of joking like I need to go take a nap. I was not able to do that, but what's it like for a player in the body clock? R.J. Keene said yesterday, it's fine for me. I'm more worried about my grandma back in Texas trying to stay up late enough to watch the game. 11 p.m. on the East Coast. We got the Buchanan family watching. Yeah, Spencer Buchanan, 11 o'clock here in Indiana. But for the players and coaches, and I know it might affect the crowd tonight, unfortunately. It's I know it's winter break, but so no students here. That always hurts. And then I'm guessing it's not going to be a sellout crowd if it were 4 o'clock on a Saturday. But what do you make of just the oddness of the 9 p.m. start and from a player's and coach's perspective, waiting around all day to play?
You never like to wait around and play. Coach Rice always says, I think his ideal time to play is like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. But, I don't think it's going to affect the players. I mean, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. I mean, the 19, 23-year-old kids, adults, they're going to be fine. I think they're going to be fine. And you just kind of adjust the routine a little bit later because game day routines are important to kind of just get the feel of the day and get you prepared for a game. And you do the same things every single time, but you just push it back a little bit for this 9 p.m. start.
Now, I lost my train of thought. What should I ask you?
I don't know. You want to talk about my height again? We can talk
about that. Abe the Babe. Yeah, we got all kinds of things. We could go to the well on numerous things. But this game and New Mexico, the fact that they pack the paint, they let you shoot the 3-ball. That's kind of their thing is to pack the paint. They give up more 3-point attempts and shots than pretty much anybody in America. Is it just hope the threes are falling tonight, or what can you try to do?
It kind of is. I mean, this team has shown that they're not an excellent 3-point shooting team. I mean, they're low 30s as a team, but I mean, you can get hot too, and I think they're going to be a better shooting team at the end of the season when we look back. They're not going to be where they are right now. I mean, it's been the same thing too with the ups and the downs. Like they don't hang around. That's 7.5 to 8 out of 10s. It's like a 9 and they're knocking them down, or it's like a 3. So, hopefully you're up in there those the 8 or the 9 out of 10 with your performance. But New Mexico is going to be tough too. They got guys who can score. They got 5 guys averaging double figures, and so it's going to be a game that you're going to need your offense, but you're also going to have to show up with your defense that really wasn't quite there against Nevada.
All right, I thought I know what I was going to ask you. I was going to say it quietly because I don't know if folks want to hear this. Have you looked at the officiating crew for tonight?
I haven't. I don't really get into that.
Our man Vern Harris, who was just in Reno last week, 47 fouls, 65 free throw attempts, is going back-to-back Boise State games. Vern Harris. We do get Keith Kimball. He's the number 3 ranked ref at Ken Palm. Mike Reed as well. It's a veteran crew for sure. Yeah. But that game against Nevada, just no flow with all the free throws. And I know it wasn't just Vern Harris. There was the 2 other refs out there as well. But you hope tonight it's not a free throw shooting contest again.
Yeah, hopefully there's less than that 60-plus free throws because it is tough. When you're running up and down the court, sometimes you're starting to feel it and you want to get into a rhythm. And the whistle blowing all the time makes it really tough to get into a flow. And especially if you're a team that kind of struggles offensively sometimes, you don't want to have to restart your offense all the time. You want to take some momentum from possession to possession and get it going.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Boise State, you want to get to the line. You just don't want the other team getting 34 free throw attempts.
Sure.
What else, just after the 10-day break, getting into the rhythm of conference play here? I mean, Dylan Andrews, for me, I'd like to see him take that next step, not turn the ball over as much, not settle for the outside jump shots and get to the rim more. We'd like to see Andrew Meadow continue to get going. But from this team to go from like good to great, what do you want to start to see tonight?
Well, you have to make your free throws. I mean, 16 missed free throws against Nevada. And, we're hanging around that 50 to even 48% against Nevada. So a team that doesn't shoot the ball well from the floor like Boise State, you're not lighting it up. You have to make your free throws to stay in games. And I think this team has to hang their hat on defense. I think that you're going to go as far as your defense takes you because it's not a team that's just going to go out there and score 90 points a game and outscore someone 90 to 85 and get the win. We've seen grind out wins with the defense this year, and I think that's kind of where it has to start.
Now, Crash Helmy says, I'm driving to the game right now, but hearing Harris is here makes me want to turn around.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had some history with Boise State.
He has.
Too.
He ejected Matt Bauscher a couple years ago, but good news is Matt Bauscher's still on vacation. I talked to Matt today. He's on vacation for the holidays, not going to be here tonight. Gave his seats to someone else courtside who promised not to get ejected. But I guess we don't have to worry. We don't have to be on Matt Bauscher ejection watch tonight. Sky Ship says Fielder cannot disappear tonight.
Well, no, of course. I mean, he's your main scorer. He's your leading scorer on the team, and he's a guy that can score in multiple ways. And the way the Broncos are the best offensively when he is able to do things from the outside, and I'm not saying threes, but even some mid-range jumpers or some jump hooks from a little bit of distance, but then also finishing inside. That opens up so much more space for guys like Javen Buchanan where you can't double him. And also your guards because he can take the big guy out to the three-point line. But something that Nevada did very successfully against the Broncos was double-team the posts. Every single time they got the ball. Double-team Buchanan, double-team Fielder, and they did a nice job of passing out of it. But you got your 2 main scorers that are just getting rid of the ball. And that's where I think the double-team was really effective, is that you had the best scorers for Boise State they had to get rid of the ball and out of their hands.
All right, final two things quickly for you. New Mexico, one of the few teams in the country, no returning players, zero. Literally not a walk-on, nobody. Not a single player from last year's team is back. Not a single coach. Their SID is the only guy that traveled with the team last year that is actually back. I know it's becoming more and more common in college basketball, but for Eric Olin to come in, and he brought a couple players with him from UC San Diego, so they're not all new to him and some coaches, but to be 10-2 and doing what they're doing in this day of college basketball and rebuilding a roster, we're familiar with, Richard Pitino. I said it earlier, and getting into it with Travis Hawks behind the bench last year, and Donovan Denton getting Mark Sanchez kicked out. We've had these familiar faces. You just don't see that with this New Mexico team. What do you make of just a new team coming in here and how hard that is? Or maybe not for them. They're sitting at 10-2, putting a new team together.
Well, programs like New Mexico, and I'll throw Utah State in there as well, is that, Utah State has shown that you can get a new coach, you can get a bunch of new players, and you can still be successful. And I think New Mexico is going to do that too. I think New Mexico is going to be a good team this year. I think they're going to end up being one of the teams that gets a bye in the Mountain West tournament. Only top 4 this year get a bye in the Mountain West tournament because you have the program. You don't have to have a coach come in and say, I need to build the culture. The culture's there. The history's there. The fan support is there. The administrative support is there as well. And so I think when you have that at a place like New Mexico, you can have a bunch of brand new faces, but you also have such a solid foundation that you build upon already.
All right, you're on in 10 minutes, so I got to get you out of here. I know Bob's getting nervous over there.
Probably.
Real quick, keys to the game tonight.
Oh, I think you got to rebound, of course, and you got to knock down some threes. I mean, like you said, New Mexico does not guard the three. They almost dare you to shoot it. You're not going to get a bunch of points in the paint, so you have to be better than you usually are from three because that's where a lot of your shots are going to come.
And if you need the numbers for tonight, Abe, they are number 5 in the country, and over 40% of opponents' points come from the three-point line, 5th in the country, and three-point attempt field goals versus regular field goals, 363rd. Over half the shots opponents take are threes.
Yeah, I mean, they just pack it in there. So you're not going to beat us in the paint, and if you get hot from three, it might be a rough night for us. But if it's an average night or a little bit under for you, could be an advantage to Mexico.
Well, appreciate you, Abe. Good luck on the call. We'll see you on the post-game show. Hey, Sun Cruiser iced tea, real vodka, real iced tea, Sun Cruiser. We appreciate Sun Cruiser, our studio sponsor here at Bronco Nation News. We got plenty more to come. We got Johnny Ballgame. We got Jay Tust. Who knows who else is going to stop by here at ExtraMile Arena. We still got 43 minutes on the clock, so we're going to have some fun and keep this Lithia Ford Boise pregame show going. But again, take a photo of yourself having a Sun Cruiser, and we will get and post that to social media. We'll get you entered in a drawing, and we'll win some real cool prizes. Do that with all of our sponsors. Take a photo at Jackson's or all the different places, and we'll hook you up with some cool stuff here from our friends at Sun Cruiser moving forward here. Go check one out. Hey, rowpaint.com. 20% off your painting projects, rowpaint.com. You can check them out. Andy Rowe and Company, 20% off those interior, exterior paintings, all the various painting projects. You can do that from our friends at rowpaint.com, and that is 20% off, ROEpaint.com. Hey, Idaho Central Credit Union, Pearson Carmichael, they got Natalie Pasco on the women's team as well. ICCU, we appreciate them for their support of Bronco Nation News. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest, that mobile e-branch online banking right there in your smartphone. Idaho Central Credit Union, check them out online, iccu.com. Hey, our postgame show, it's going to be the Jackson's postgame show, brought to you by Jackson's. Don't forget, 99-cent Let's Go rewards, coffee or a hot chocolate for 99 cents at Let's Go Rewards. Using your Let's Go rewards from Jackson's. Hit up Jackson's after the game today. Hey, if the Broncos can get 83 points, that's the magic number. 83 points gets you a free taco from Taco Bell with your ticket stub from tonight's game. So if you're going to tonight's game, use your ticket stub. If the Broncos score 83, take it in tomorrow to a Treasure Valley Taco Bell location for a free taco, courtesy of the SOM Management Group and the Nicolason family. Hey, Travis Hawks, he was texting me today. He's pumped up for this game. It's a must-win game, according to Travis. Appreciate him at the Blue and Orange Store. And, hey, the blueandorange.store.com. You can order anywhere in the world your Boise State gear. 4,000 hats on the hat wall at the location there at the Allen Noble Hall of Fame. They have the Boise Town Square Mall location as well. The Blue and Orange Store. Check them out online at theblueandorangestore.com. We are back here on the pregame show. We have found Johnny Ballgame. Johnny, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Thanks
the new
for having
host
me on.
of Westwood One Sunday nights. Give us the lowdown, man. This is now a national. If you haven't heard, man, give this guy some props in the chat. Now a national sports talk radio host. You're keeping the you're keeping the Monday through Friday gig.
Oh, yeah.
But you've gone national as well, man. Congrats, man.
Picked up a Sunday night shift on the new Westwood One Sports Network. I start this coming Sunday. I got late night. I think I am 11 p to 3 a.m. Eastern, so 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Mountain on KTIK because we are a Westwood One affiliate, and I'm pumped, man. I've always wanted to do that, and you know my goals in this business, and it's nice that someone's going to give me a shot to do it. So good for them,
National
and I hope
star, man.
I don't let them down.
Congrats, man. That's a big deal. That's pretty cool. There's the Atkinsons. Always love the Atkinsons and all of our sponsors, friends here. Johnny, 10-day break. Back at it tonight. What's your take on the break and just the coming off the loss to Nevada and having to sit on that all Christmas, and then now a pretty much must-win game knowing you have to go to San Diego on Saturday here?
Pivotal game was the word we were using on Idaho Sports Talk. Pivotal. I think you need to be 15-5 in the league with this non-con to feel pretty good on Selection Sunday. 15-5. So if you drop it tonight, you're 0-2. And then you got San Diego State coming, right? And so just do the math on that. It's putting you in a situation where you're going to have to go on a massive winning streak. Now, Leon has done that, twice in the last 3 years? They've had historic win streaks. So you don't want to count on that, though. That's why this game, you got to hold serve in this league at home. Everybody who follows this league knows that. You have to win your home games because it's so hard to win on the road in this league. And this is a new New Mexico outfit, brand new coach. I think they hit that far out of the park, by the way, that hire. That guy was doing a terrific job at UCSD, which is not an easy gig transitioning up to Division I like they had to. But they have all new players, and I think they have 3 freshmen, BJ, averaging double digits per game. They have a Utah State transfer. They have a Rutgers transfer. But this is a young New Mexico team.
Yeah.
I understand why Boise State's favored by 5.5 in this thing. But I'm not confident based on what I saw in Reno, but that does feel like a month ago.
It is crazy, man. I was talking about this earlier, but we've had some just epic battles with New Mexico. And Donovan Dent getting Mark Sanchez kicked out last year, and Travis Hawks getting into his crybaby thing with Richard Pitino behind the bench last year, and all the back-and-forth battles and things, and the baseball fight, and with Leon and all that back in the tunnel
Vern Harris
a couple of years
on
ago.
The call, right?
But it's just a weird – nobody's going to recognize a single player on New Mexico this year. It's just so weird how it's a completely new team. I've asked our other guests about this, but what do you make just about a brand-new team? And I guess that's part of college basketball, but it's just a new-look New Mexico squad. But here they are sitting at 10-2.
I know, and some schools, I think New Mexico's one of them, they have a knack for hiring good coaches, right? And that's what college basketball is. The players aren't the stars. The coaches are the stars. You get the star coach, you're going to win a lot more games than you lose. And New Mexico's been able to do that, whether it's, the Steve Alford, right? That was a good hire. Pitino, hit on him as well. Like, Nevada hires good coaches. So I always feel like New Mexico, for whatever reason, they always find the right guy. And then the right guy, with their resources they do have, they don't lose home games. You know how nice that must be?
Yeah.
You don't lose a home game, and then in league, you'll play 10 away games. Can we win 7 of them? Can we win 6 of them? If that's the case, boom, you're 15-5, 16-4, possibly winning the league. That's the advantage they have in their building, and Utah State's the same way in this league. Boise State doesn't have that. When this place is rocking, they do. But on a, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. BJ.
I don't know how rocking it'll be tonight. It looks okay, actually. There's some people up in the third deck. I don't know, just a little bit of a raw deal. And then next Wednesday against Grand Canyon's another 9 p.m. start.
Yeah, and that's tough. And that's when school's back. Yeah. That's going to be dead.
Well, maybe that'll help at least with students at Boise State because you got no students that are going to be here
It's too bad
tonight.
they can't get road games on Wednesday at 9 p.m.
Well, they get Saturday in San Diego. Maybe they won't have as many students there.
It would be nice if those were their road games is all I'm saying because that let them have to deal with a tough crowd.
No, I do apologize because as Steinbrenner Sports says here in the chat, don't bug Johnny on his date night.
No dates.
Okay.
I'm working.
All right. You were able to get out of it tonight. Somebody else did say that they're going to be watching, watching to see who sits in those seats tonight. So
Is JD? I haven't seen JD, so we'll have to see who's in those JD seats. I can't ask again. I mean, I didn't even ask before, but I can't ask. It's just it happened once. I can't expect it, so I'm not. But I'm sitting next to Jay Tust and BJ.
Yeah,
we got a nice setup. We got the crew, man. The posse. BJ, Jay, myself, doing our thing.
I missed you
man.
for 10 days, man, during the break here. But what do you want to see from Boise State tonight?
Gosh, right? I want to see Drew Fielder make an impact against a good team. I think that's coming. I want Javen Buchanan to announce his presence with authority a little more, too. Be more physical, be more aggressive, be more of a scorer. I want to see RJ get his 5 rebounds and hustle. I want to see a few things. Me and Jay were talking about this, too. It feels like Dylan Andrews is due for a big game.
Yeah.
I think you're going to need those
he needs to
things.
stop shooting from the outside and drive to the ring.
He does.
And I say that as nice as I can. He settles too much for some longer jump shots and things when at times his strength to me is getting to the rim, getting to the free throw line.
Starting lineup the same as far as you know. They're going to do the peanut off the bench, I would imagine.
42 people, by the way. Here's a storyline for you. You only get this on BNN. 42 people will be here from Bend, Oregon tonight, rooting on Peanut Carmichael, his old high school basketball coach, old teammates, dads, friends, and teammates, family friends.
Are they here in a tournament or something?
No, they just made the drive during winter break, 42 of them. And sources say with the 9 p.m. tip, let's just say I've seen these guys in Reno. I've seen these guys have a good time. 9 p.m. tip, they might be a little louder than normal tonight. So
I want to see where they're sitting.
42 of them. They're over at the James. Shout out to James pregaming right now. So 42 of them. Eric Carmichael and company. They're going to be he's going to have a cheering section tonight.
Well, Peanut feels like the type of guy that plays better when he has a cheering section or something to help. I mean, that guy's been instant offense. He's like the microwave, man. So hopefully he has a good game as well. Like, they're going to need all this tonight. This New Mexico team's good, man. And then if they stumble, they're 0-2, and then BJ is going to be on here till 1 a.m. having to explain.
Well, I'll be doing that anyway. And then they go to San Diego. I mean, you're looking at 0-3 if you don't win tonight.
You're looking at 0-3.
Folks are wanting to know your favorite Beastie Boys song. They're commenting on the shirt.
That's there's too many to choose from. The Beastie Boys are like my favorite band of all time.
Can you give us a couple?
Sure. Girls. I love that song. No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Brass Monkey. What You Want, Intergalactic, a few songs there, yeah. Intergalactic Planetary, Sabotage.
Yep, people are saying that. Sky Ships is Sabotage.
The Beasties, man. This is the Check Your Head album.
There you
go.
go.
It's a disc cover. I have 2 Beastie Boys shirts, one licensed to Ill. That was the first cassette tape I ever bought.
What do you make of the new pregame graphic here? We got logos. We got we stepped it up a little bit here, John.
It is very nice. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done on BNN with the production, though, and some of the commercials and the breaks. And me and Tuss were just talking about that earlier today.
Oh, this ain't Bronco Studios. I know that, but we're doing the.
No, it's fine. You kick ass, man.
All right, man. Any final thoughts before we get out of here? Big game. Who's your player of the game? By the way, we started a new sponsorship deal.
Javen Buchanan.
We started a new sponsorship deal tonight. Element Fencing. Shout out Element Fencing. They're sponsoring the defensive player of the game.
Okay.
So, is that how many times are we going to be giving that to RJ Keene this season?
Think about this. I think it's Drew Fielder and RJ Keene each average 5.2 rebounds tied, and Buchanan's 5.1.
Okay.
How about the rebounding title? Like, who are you taking on that one? It's interesting, but that's where they're getting the rebounds. They're leading rebounders 5.2, but they have 2 guys that are averaging that. So they hit the class well.
You feeling a win tonight, though?
I'm not.
Nathan Carroll in his projection today had New Mexico by 7.
I'm not feeling a win.
Wow.
Sorry, guys. I'm not.
Wow.
You can suck me sideways, man. I'm not feeling a win tonight, man.
That's all right. Tell it like it is. Hopefully you're wrong, though.
Yeah.
Big game here. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate you coming on.
I would like to see Boise State win, no question, because we got to have something fun to talk about. I hate, when people jump ship early, and I have a feeling if this team's – they were 0-3 in league a couple years ago, right? Mm-hmm. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's definitely a buzzkill, huh?
You are agreeing to do your Thursday morning show. New Year's Day, you want to preview some CFP action?
Yeah, let's have some fun on that because we'll have
we've already had the game the night before. We'll have 3 games to preview, but there was no other day to do it. And I said, what do you think about doing a show on New Year's? And you said, why not? So 9 a.m. on Thursday, you'll be back, man.
All right, thanks for having me,
Are you
guys.
doing a Friday show? Are we doing Friday at 4:15? Is there a Friday show on the 2nd? Or not?
IST does not return until Monday. I'm off the rest of the week.
Wow.
Man.
Wow. That's like 4 dates.
That's beautiful, man.
That's like 3 Kohl's Polo jackets.
Perfect.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, brother.
Johnny Ballgame, always appreciate him. Coming on, you can hear him weekdays 3 until 6 on Bronco Nation News on KTIK 95.3. The Ticket, he is everywhere. We appreciate Johnny Ballgame for coming on. But this is the Lithia Florida Boise pregame show. As you can see, we got a new angle here. We got some new graphics, trying out some new things. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. We appreciate all of you for checking us out. Hopefully you are subscribed to BroncoNationNews.com. But if not, you can do that for $5 a month right now. $5 a month. You can subscribe to Bronco Nation News and BroncoNationNews.com. We'd love to have you jump on there, jump in the message board, start chatting with friends. But we are now back and better than ever. Had a wedding last week. We had some conflicts with football games, but Bronco Nation News scheduled to be at every Boise State game, home or road, the rest of the season. So we're ready to roll, diving into conference play here, and excited for this game tonight and for this action here to see what happens with Boise State and New Mexico here on Bronco Nation News. A lot of positive thoughts about Johnny Ballgame. Hopefully you guys are liking the new pregame graphic here. Shout out Mateo, our intern, stepping up here. Hopefully he can do that. And Stone, what's up, man? That's all right. I'm live anyway, but you too, man. Good, always good seeing folks here at Boise State, including the great Mr. Stone. Plays baseball with my son there, so shout out Mr. Stone. So anyway, we're going to hear from Leon Rice. We're going to hear from RJ Keene here in a second. Want to thank a couple more of our great sponsors. This is the Lithia Florida Boise pregame show. We'll show you when the Broncos retake the court here momentarily. But the Lithia Florida Boise pregame show brought to you by Lithia Ford of Boise. They got to get these 2025s off the lot, guys, to make way for the 26s. So you're getting some amazing deals right now. 0% APR for 60 months, and 0 down on some F-150s, Escapes, Explorers, Mach-E, the Lightning, the electric vehicles. Great deals right now. Take advantage of some of these deals from Lithia Florida Boise. Again, we appreciate Jim Sturk and Company. Some big news coming with Bronco Nation News and Lithia Ford on January 1st. We're excited to tell you about that here coming up. Hey, Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. Get those score predictions in. Get those locations where you're watching from. We'll give some shout-outs. We want some score predictions. Who you got for the Matt Bauscher Player of the Game? Who you got for the Element Fencing Defensive Player of the Game? We'll get to that coming up on the postgame show. But Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. Download their Skip app. Get savings up to 40% off at the checkout line. 13 locations in the state of Idaho. We appreciate Ridley's Family Markets. Hey, Transportation Compliance Service, transcomservice.com. Get into the trucking industry with transcomservice.com. Local company helping out folks all over the world. Transportation Compliance Service, DOT, overweight, all the permits and things you need to get out there, towing that first load in no time. Check them out at Transportation Compliance Service. Hey, Snake River Pool and Spa, Patio and Game. You looking for a spa? You looking for a hot tub? Maybe a pool table for the game room? They got you covered at Snake River Pool and Spa, Patio and Game. 4 locations. Been around since 1978. They're part of the Boise State home team. Check them out. Snake River Pool and Spa at thespateam.com. I mentioned Element Fencing, our defensive player of the game. ElementFencing.com. Check them out. Been around for 25-plus years. Look at some of the pictures of the fences there. They did a fence for us last year at our old house. They can do decks, pergolas, all kinds of options. Great locally owned company. Brady, the owner, been great working with him, getting to know him. They're sponsoring our defensive player of the game. So if you need all your fencing needs, hit up Element Fencing. Happy to have them on board here in 2026. We want some voicemails as well. post-game show, we're going to have time for the voicemail. Signature Roofing, mysignatureroofing.com. We appreciate Signature Roofing, whether it's a re-roof, a repair, an estimate, or an inspection. Jump online, mysignatureroofing.com for all your roofing needs. And again, leave us a voicemail, speakpipe.com/BNN, speakpipe.com/BNN, and we can play it on an upcoming broadcast here on Bronco Nation News. Signature Roofing also sponsoring the Signature Roofing scoreboard update. We got some games going on in the Mountain West tonight. Again, the Signature Roofing scoreboard update brought to you by Signature Roofing. Nevada has a 64-57 lead with 3:40 to go right now in Boise Arena against Colorado State. Nevada looking to go 2-0 in Mountain West play, 64-57 with 3:40 to go. Utah State, they're 10-1 on the season, looking to go to 2-0 in Mountain West play. They're up 58-47 on Fresno State, 7:47 to go in that game. So Utah State, an 11-point lead on the road in Fresno, looking like they're going to go to 2-0 in conference play. And San Diego State is up 30-26. The Broncos going to San Diego on Saturday night. San Diego State 7-4. They've been kind of up and down this season. They're in San Jose. This is their first road game of the season, and they're up 30-26 with 6:09 to go in the first half. Earlier today, an afternoon matinee at the Air Force Academy, Wyoming, the final 68, Air Force 56. Nice win for Wyoming. They are 10-3 on the season, 1-1 in Mountain West play. Don't forget, another night in the Mountain West, our new show hosted by Tom Moser. Because the Boise State game is the last game tonight, and I don't want to have two live shows going together, as soon as the game ends tonight, Tom Moser will go live with another night in the Mountain West. I'll go do my interviews with Coach Rice, the players at the post-game presser, and then we'll come back our normal time, 30, 45 minutes after the game, when Tom finishes up, and we'll go live second with the Jacksons post-game show to talk about this one. So you can jump on right afterwards on Bronco Nation News, get instant analysis from Tom Moser. He's going to talk about Boise State, New Mexico, but all the games in the Mountain West tonight. We'll do our interviews. We'll get set up, and then when he's done, about 30, 45 minutes after the game, it'll be late. I get it, so watch it tomorrow if you'd rather, but we'll have a full post-game show late tonight, probably starting about 11:45 or so Mountain Time after Tom's done with another night in the Mountain West. So 2 live shows tonight talking Mountain West basketball here on Bronco Nation News. Yes, our intern Kanan is still working. He's on winter break right now, so he is kind of our behind-the-scenes technical guy. He is back home with his family for winter break, so he is not here tonight. We're going solo tonight, but Nathan Carroll is going to be writing a story for us post-game. We're going to have tons of coverage. I'll write a story, so tons of post-game coverage. But you see Boise State now on the court behind me, getting some warm-ups in, crowd filing in as well. We're about 22 minutes on the clock. 9 p.m. start time. Leon Rice, R.J. Keene. I asked them, 9 p.m. start time. What do you think of that? Let's hear what they said.
And that you know, you go to these places in the Mountain West, we've talked about it a million times, is they're such hard places to play. There's great crowd, there's great energy. It influences the game, and it influences your players. And so we need a great crowd. It's, you know, it's seems like a good time. There's no students here, but we need Boise to come out because this is a really good New Mexico team, and this is a really good Boise team. And like I said, the team that has a really good game is the one that's going to get it done. And our fans help us.
Oh yeah, we need them to come out. I mean, the 9 p.m. game's not tough on us players, but it's more tough on our families. Because I mean, I got my grandma in Central Time Zone. We're going to stay up late as can be. Like, she needs to be in bed. But I know it's TV slots, and the fans are going to come watch some good hoops. It's our last home game ever against New Mexico, potentially. So, I mean, why not come out and watch that?
Yeah, I mean, you're a prisoner a bit to the television. I mean, given our choice, we'd never, ever choose that for our fans, first of all, you know, because a lot of families come. Now, the good thing is it's over the holidays, I think. Are kids back in school? I don't think so. So they can stay up late for one night and enjoy take a nap during the day. But no, you know, it's not the ideal time, and it's not, but that always seems to be what wins out.
And again, I hate to let you know, but the next home game next Wednesday is also 9 p.m. against Grand Canyon. So kind of a raw deal here with back-to-back 9 p.m. home games to start off conference play. But it is what it is, and we'll see when they get into the Pac-12 next year if they're able to change that up as well in terms of not having some of the later start times. But a quick rundown on New Mexico. They're 10-2 on the season, and I told my kids I would do this. Guess where New Mexico, Johnny, comes in the Ken Pom rankings? 6-7, 67th. 6-7. I told my kids I would do that. They're hopefully still watching tonight. Ken Pom ranking is 67 for New Mexico tonight. And Boise State's 53rd. The projection is a 5-point win for Boise State tonight. New Mexico 10-2. A couple nice wins, including at VCU. They beat Santa Clara. Travis Hawks, our man, is walking in right now, so he's fired up. Blue and Orange store. Travis Hawks is let's see if Travis Hawks wants to put a all right, Travis.
There, bro.
How we feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. It's hey, it's 9 p.m. basketball in Boise, and it's a big game. And I hate New Mexico. You know, I have a history with New Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, is there any chance Eric Olin has heard about you or is going to be ready to hear about you? And we can't put you on screen. You can hear it if it's Travis Hawks talking here.
I don't think he's heard of me, but there may have been an altercation last year when New Mexico visited this fine arena. But you know, me and Coach Patino, we reconciled. He sent me a happy birthday video.
He did. He said he hated you, and then he said he was kidding. But that was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool. For your 30th birthday, correct?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So last year, two of the biggest highlights of the season for me were the New Mexico game here and the New Mexico game in Vegas in the Mountain West tournament.
The semifinal game.
The semifinal game.
Was that the Emmanuel Ugbo game, right? Was that the game where Ugbo went crazy?
Yeah, and Meadow hit that transition three. But that was a crazy
Keene had
game.
The long pass on the inbounds.
Yep, it was a great game. But this is a huge game tonight. We've got to take care of business. We've got to win. You can't start out conference play 0-2.
No, with going to San Diego on Saturday. And then potentially being 0-3, which we did start conference play 0-3 once. You may remember that. Now your boy Vern Harris is here again tonight.
Oh man,
Mike Reed. We do have Keith Kimball as well, who's ranked number 3 at KenPom, but our friend Matt Boucher is still on vacation. He's watching. He's not here tonight.
Oh, so Boucher's not here tonight.
He's not here tonight, which means he can't get kicked out by Vern. So just be careful with what you say because Vern, as you know, has a little bit of a quick trigger.
Yeah, he does. I'll be careful.
All right. Well, enjoy the game. We appreciate you. What's going on real quick in 2026? Anything on the horizon with the Blue and Orange store or that folks should be how's the Hall of Fame location doing? What deals you got going on? What do you want to say about the Blue and Orange store?
Yeah, it's going great. We've loved being down at the Hall of Fame. It's been better than we expected. In our first season doing the concessions, doing the merchandise was awesome. We learned a lot. Be even better next year. And then now we're doing basketball. You can see our booth right there. Do you see it, DJ?
I do.
So we're up on the concourse there, in kind of behind the basket, and then we're out in the lobby and. It's a lot of work for those guys. I mean, I really appreciate my team because you think about those football games, they're there all day setting up. And then, if it's a night game, they're there till 1 a.m. Because we stay open till the game's over until everyone leaves. And then they've got to kind of pack everything up. So it's a lot of work, but it's been an awesome partnership. And we love working with Cody and Jeremiah and the team.
Well, I'm putting your boy Jeff on blast. I'm waiting for my graphic here. Come on, Jeff.
I know. What's going on? Jeff's been on vacation. We'll get on him.
Well, Travis, appreciate you for your continued support in BNN. Enjoy the game tonight, and hopefully folks will go hit up the Blue and Orange store here. 4,000 plus hats on the hat wall, I believe you were telling us. I didn't believe you, but it's over 4,000.
Oh, yeah, at the Hall of Fame.
That's just on the Hall of Fame. You probably have way more than that at the one at the location there at the mall.
Yeah. You go to the mall, we've got 15,000 hats. Obviously not all Boise State, but, of all different things. So we sell a lot of hats for sure.
Well, we appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot, Travis.
Go
Enjoy
Broncos.
The game. Travis Hawks, our guest. We appreciate him for jumping on here on the Lithia Florida Boise pregame show. You couldn't see him there, but you were able to hear him as Boise State gets set to take on New Mexico. They have the national anthem coming up. we got to get off here pretty soon. They're getting ready for tip-off. We got about 15 minutes, and there are some Mountain West rules that we have to abide by. So should be a fun one. Looking forward to this one. Boise State and New Mexico. Big one here in the Mountain West. Again, appreciate all you guys for checking us out. We are going to have the post-game show. As I said, 2 live post-game shows. We're going to have the first post-game show by our man, Tom Moser, Another Night in the Mountain West. As soon as the Boise State game ends, you can watch Another Night in the Mountain West right here on the BNN YouTube channel, and that will be right here after the game. He'll talk about this game, all the games in the Mountain West, and then when he's done, I'll come back on. Abe will join me. We'll have our interviews in the can, and we'll do a full post-game show. And if you don't want to stay up till 1 a.m. with us, I understand. You can watch it when you wake up tomorrow. It'll be on YouTube, Bronco Nation News YouTube. You can watch all of our shows on demand if you can't watch them live. If you're just finding the channel, we appreciate you. We do this pregame, postgame for every Boise State football and basketball game. We're the only local outlet other than like Bob and Abe on the radio that travels with the team home and away. So you can get some great coverage here on BNN. It's thankful to all of our sponsors. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to all of our subscribers. Thanks to all of you for watching, for clicking like, for hitting subscribe there on YouTube. It all adds up. So we appreciate you guys for helping make BNN possible. And new graphics, new angle today. Hopefully you enjoyed the setup here for the pregame show. Go subscribe, $5 a month. BroncoNationNews.com. You can read Nathan Carroll's pregame. You guys report. You can read all of our pregame coverage at BroncoNationNews.com right now for just $5 a month. We got our transfer portal on there for football. All kinds of great content coming. So go subscribe if you can. Enjoy the game over on Fox Sports 1 here in about 10 minutes. And we'll see you post-game. Again, Another Night in the Mountain West will be first. Then we'll be second with the Jackson's post-game show. Winston Venable joins me 9 a.m. tomorrow. Kick off your New Year's Eve with Winston Venable talking transfer portal and football. We'll talk about the basketball game as well. And then Johnny Ball game on New Year's, Mike Prater on the second. So enjoy the game, everybody. Go check out BroncoNationNews.com. We appreciate you. Lots of pregame coverage online. You can chat in the message boards. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button on your way out here. Again, the Sun Cruiser Studios. Take a picture with the Sun Cruiser or any of our great sponsors. Post it to social media, and you can win a great prize from Bronco Nation News. We'll do a drawing every month for anyone that posts themselves supporting a sponsor on social media and tags us, whether it's Taco Bell, Jackson's, all of our great sponsors, Lithia Ford, ICCU. Snap a photo, post it yourself with a Sun Cruiser, whatever. Mr. Buchanan sent me one of him having a Sun Cruiser before one of the games recently. So appreciate all you guys for supporting the sponsors, supporting us here at BNN. Enjoy the game. A big one here in the Mountain West. We'll be back post-game. Bronco Nation News live, online, BroncoNationNews.com. Enjoy the game, everybody.